Ignore the elephant in the room.
Will do. I'll try.
Okay. Sydney, nice of you to be here with us today.
Thank you for having me here.
Excellent. How did the Community Foundation of South Jersey come about?
There was a group of community leaders, both in Camden County and in Cumberland County, that individually were trying to get a community foundation started in their area, and
just keep flowing. A little okay. Here and there isn't a bad thing.
And so, over time, there was an opportunity presented itself for them to come together and use funding from the Ford Foundation to establish a regional community foundation, one that would not only serve Cumberland County and Camden County, but also the other 6 counties in the South Jersey region.
Okay. Now, how is this foundation... Wait, I want to ask you in another way. Is this foundation like other foundations?
Community foundations are very similar to foundations such as a private foundation in that we make grants. However, community foundations are very different than your typical typical foundation in that we primarily serve as advisors to donors who have funds at the foundation.
And anybody can give?
Anybody can give. To start a fund, you basically would need $10,000, and that would enable you to start a scholarship fund or a donor advised fund or any other type of charitable fund vehicle that we have.
And wouldn't people be better off just donating directly to the organization that they're interested in?
It really depends on the purpose of their giving. If they are simply looking to give once to a nonprofit for a particular reason, yes, it would make sense for them just simply to give directly to that nonprofit. However, if they are looking at a more long-term view of their charitable giving, if they need flexibility of the way the gift is made, for example, stocks, etc., property, then that's the scenario where a community foundation fund adds value to their charitable giving purposes.
But you or me?
Mine is...
Oh, that is me.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's even louder. Okay. Are there challenges in setting up a foundation for a family organization? What challenges are there? For the individual or the organization, what do they have to go through?
Basically, what needs to be done to start a fund is simply identify the purpose you want for the fund. So whether it is a fund that you will simply use to handle all of your charitable giving, or if it's specifically a scholarship fund. And at that point, we would work with the donors to identify an appropriate strategy for giving. But actually starting a fund takes a day, less than a day to do. They will identify what the purpose of the fund is for. We'll set up an agreement, and at that time they would make their first gift to their fund.
Okay. It's great when I can't read my own writing. I think people might be confused and wonder whether or not the foundations, the community foundations, are taking away money that would normally be granted to a group or given to a group either by an individual or whatnot. How do you explain that and put somebody's mind at ease about that?
That is a question that we often get. Community foundations are not competitors to nonprofits in that we're not here to simply fundraise toward certain causes. What we're here to do primarily is to work with the donor with the interests that they have. So when a donor comes to us and their interests are in disaster relief and they support the American Red Cross or some other issue or nonprofit, they continue giving to that organization. This is basically a vehicle for them to give both during their lifetime and beyond that in legacy giving, plan giving to their fund for whatever causes that they identify. So to the degree that they identify the issue areas that they care about, they continue to do so.
Has it been tough starting a new foundation in the middle of this economy?
It has actually not been tough, specifically based on the issue of the economy that we're experiencing. If we were a typical foundation that's job one was fundraising, it would absolutely be a tough climate to do that. What we've decided, however, to do is to really focus on working with donors who are already charitable, who are simply looking for a more sustainable vehicle to use to handle their giving. So whatever level of giving that they are currently at during the economy, this economy is where they are, will be with us as well. It doesn't change that. The economy doesn't change our prospects.
How's it been going? You're a new organization trying to do good throughout the South Jersey region, and how's it been developing for you?
It's actually going quite well. I think we started the year at somewhere around $250,000 in assets, and we're currently, before year end, just shy of $4 million in assets. That's both from new funds started as well as private foundations that have decided to roll over their funds into a donor-advised fund and experience much greater tax benefit under the Community Foundation vehicle.
And so are grants being given out, and who's benefiting in South Jersey? I think everybody wants to know that.
We have issued our first round of grants. The amount that we were able to distribute was $97,500. Those grants went to causes across the region, in each county, in South Jersey, all that fall up under the umbrella of family stability and social equity. The actual programs themselves at the program level are very different. And that was intentionally done so that we'd have the opportunity to learn from a variety of different organizations and about a variety of different issues that impact family stability.
And family stability, so explain to me how many groups are splitting up that 97? And
there are 14 organizations receiving support. And those organizations range from programs that support parenting to programs that support issues, high issue areas like food and access to food. Also programs that support social equity. So for example, there's a program that specifically trains residents throughout the region to gain greater participation in their local government and to become more active in their community boards and school boards, etc.
And here we are in the new year, plenty of challenges ahead, whether it's the economy or giving or setting up new donors who want to come into the fold at Community Foundation of South Jersey. What do you have on your agenda this year?
2011, our focus will be to deepen our focus on fund development and specifically focusing in on private foundations that exist under $5 million in assets in South Jersey, and to offer them the opportunity for having added tax benefits for rolling their foundation over into a donor-advised fund or similar fund here at the foundation. Also in 2011, we will begin an effort to help communities throughout South Jersey develop their own endowed funds for the future of their community. This is something that we're really excited about, because what it basically does is takes the leadership and direction from being in the office at the Community Foundation of South Jersey and places it then down to the community leaders in individual communities throughout the region. Is it a hard sell, so to speak, to have these communities sign on? It is at first because we're new. And trust, it can either be dealt with in writing initially or over time by relationship. And so we realize that initially it may take some time to develop that level of trust. But I think that once we get one or two communities on board, and we think that that may happen sooner than we expected, they will serve as an example to other communities of what could be done.
Sidney, you're the executive director of the organization, but there are people working behind the scenes, the board, etc. How are they helping in this mission to get more people on board?
Our board members, for example, right now, their chief role is helping us to, other than policy and your typical board responsibilities, helping us to identify new donors, prospective donors from their own circles, as well as to connect us with professional advisors, CPAs, estate planners that will help us identify new donors.
And back to the beginnings of the Community Foundation of South Jersey, why South Jersey? Was there a problem that you weren't getting money, etc.? I think people might want to know about that.
Well, there are other community foundations in the state of New Jersey. Community foundations started in 1918 in Ohio, and now there's 700 across the country. However, there was not a community foundation serving the South Jersey region up until we opened operations last year in November. And so what I've learned over the last year in having conversations with residents throughout the community, throughout the region, as well as nonprofits throughout the region, is that there is a feeling that there has not been an advocate for both sustained donor giving as well as regional and national foundation giving, philanthropic investment into South Jersey.
Not to mention the groups and organizations deserving of financial support maybe felt like they were being left out?
Absolutely. That is what I've heard over the last year, is that many parts of South Jersey feel, the nonprofits feel that they have not gotten the level of a philanthropic investment that other parts of South Jersey has. And so what our role as a community foundation, in addition to working with our donor base, is to serve as advocates for the region and to talk to regional and national foundations about the opportunity for effective philanthropic investment throughout the region.
Okay. I think I've got a good